Okay. Hi.
Hi.
It's so weird because I've talked to you a bazillion times, but never with a giant light in front of me. It's so strange. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm good.
So I'm going to do a little entree. I'm going to give you a little intro to people so they know who you are. Because then we can just talk, and we just can be chilling. So this is Mariana Book of What's your other name? What's the full name?
It's Mariana.
Yeah.
Mariana Book Braga Pereira.
Braga Pereira. Very beautiful.
Yeah, but we can just say like Mariana Book.
Mariana Book. So me and Mary met. It feels like not that long ago. It's actually shameful. How long ago was? Yeah, how long? Like 7? No, 5.
7.
You think so?
I think it's even more.
What age? I think no, because I was 23 when I started in the storehouse. So, I think 6. What age were you when you came to Ireland?
I don't know, but I can do like by the year. I think it was. Oh, I'm not really good with that. I think it was. I think I arrived in Ireland October.
2019.
No, I think it was
2018.
2017.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
So me and Mariana worked together in the storehouse.
Yeah, but when I arrived, you were traveling. You were in Vegas, right?
No, I think I was in Nepal, right?
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I think it was Nepal because I think I came back from Vegas and you didn't come. And then when I came back from Nepal, everyone was like, there's a new girl, Mariana. And I was like, what's she like? And then they were like, she's very confident. And I was like, okay, sounds like someone that I want to be friends with. But you were definitely like somebody who came on the scene and like people were like, spicy about it. I remember. And then we worked together for like until COVID.
Until COVID, yeah.
Until COVID. And Rudrani was already on. Ingrid was her name, but Rudrani was already on the podcast, so people would have already met her. So it was kind of a weird place to work, wasn't it, the storehouse? Because it was so intense, and yet we all genuinely did become friends. Like, it was quite strange, I don't think I've had that dynamic with other groups as much, where it was like everybody was like drinking and working and hungover and eating and like, it was like college or something. It had a weird temporary feel, didn't it?
Everybody's vibe was like really.
Yeah. And I think because we had so much money, you know what I mean? Because the tips were so good, like we always had, like we could always go for a drink. We could always have a drink. People weren't like careful, and because you were always off on different days, and Robbie was such an amazing manager, you'd be off for 3 days. For me, I don't know, maybe I'm nostalgic, but like I look back in the storehouse and I'm like, those were the days, It was just so relaxed, like.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Yeah, wasn't it? Now I would just have all these responsibilities. Hang on, I have a tick list here. Zoom session, both mics on, audio plugged into camera. Yeah, we're good to go. I forgot to plug in the audio for Rudrani's podcast. Like, I forgot to plug it in, so I just didn't get it.
You do it with Marcus?
No, on Wednesday.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm scared.
I'm excited, guys.
Me too, but I'm afraid.
He's the last one.
Yeah, but it's in Portuguese.
Yeah, but they have subtitles.
Yeah, I saw I saw the clips. I didn't see the full. Does the full episode have subtitles?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's harder to do. I saw the clip though. Yeah, I know. Cute. I'm so excited. It's going to be hard to not be like, act like it's a therapy session. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. So when we finished our therapy, then we started seeing each other in Brasilia, right?
Yeah. What do you mean? How many times?
Oh, I don't know now. But like for 3 years now, we have been seeing each other like every time that I go to Brasilia.
But like always in the context, like friend context? Like just for coffee?
I do my classes, then after, we go for coffee. Yeah, so like for lunch, then we talk. But that's the thing. It's like at first was a bit difficult, you know. I was like, oh, I don't want to talk too much. I have to ask questions, you know.
Yeah.
But then now it's just natural, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to graduate from, I'm excited to get into the next part because the whole time that I was in therapy with him, I always wanted to be like, so what about you? You know, no, that's not what this is about, you know. So I'm excited now to break that barrier and to just be chill with him and be normal. Oh, for people that are listening, Mariana is also a psychologist. Are you finished all your studies now? No, you're in the middle of another college, right? What are you studying now?
Yes.
What's
I'm doing body therapy.
Body therapy.
Yeah.
And me and you have talked before, like, you probably will never stop doing courses, right? Like,
I don't think so, no.
yeah. Because I feel like with therapy and with creativity as well, it's like the people that you meet are so valuable, and the constant, it's like, it's a way to expose yourself to the community because your work is quite insular otherwise, right?
And as well, like, I don't know, like I think I can say, like, for both of us, like, we love so much what we do. I think it's never like, it's kind of like a way of living.
Yeah,
so it's not
so
like we're studying. Like, I don't feel like I'm studying,
No.
even though I am.
Yeah.
I'm just getting to know myself better, getting to know how, you know, like how to deal with different things, different ways. I don't know. It's just,
Yeah, 100%.
I think
I couldn't believe it. You know the way sometimes when you're like, that's why I think I get so angry at the education system. Because like when I was in college for screenwriting, I was like, this is like, I'll do all these, like, I love these assignments. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I love doing, like, I love these books. Like, I'll read all these books, you know? And it just made me so angry because so many people are convinced that they don't like education. But it's really like, if they just found something that they liked, it's just so different. Because the whole time I was in school, I was like, oh, so boring, you know? And then once I found something that I liked, I was a nerd. Like, do you know what I mean? I was sitting top of the class being like, I have an answer, you know? So what are you studying now? What's going on now with body therapy? What kind of subject are you in now?
Yeah, so now, like, we are in the third year, so it's 4 years, right, to finish, and like in total, and then we are in the third, and now we're going to start like internship from like this specific methodology, right? So that's what's going on now. So we're studying how to deal with so the first 2 years we're like seeing everything, studying self-acknowledgement, you know. So everything that we're now doing with all the people, we are doing with ourselves as a group. So we were studying ourselves, right? So now we're starting to to do with others.
But when you say that you do self-knowledge, like you're analyzing yourself and then bringing that to the group and telling them what you've discovered about yourself.
Yeah.
Is this not like a nightmare for you? Is this like hard for you?
It's not hard for me, no. No, it's like a natural thing for me. I always think, and like I always pay a lot of attention on what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. So it's kind of natural, you know. But it's different doing in a group.
That's what I mean. The group. Yeah, the group part. Because you feel you don't like to be vulnerable.
I don't like to be exposed.
No. Like, I think even with you, like, the more people that come into the room, the more you will, like, kind of be, like, more in yourself, you know? Protective. Yeah. So, like, how did you find this? How many people in the room when you have to open yourself?
So, our class are 13 people. Excluding, like, the teachers and the others, like, other people that stay, like, to help, right? Yeah. The first year were like, it was like pretty hard because I didn't know, like, I didn't have like intimacy, like I didn't know the people, so it was really hard, like, to be like exposing myself and telling things, like really deep things about me, you know. It was really hard. So now, like, starting the third year, it's just natural, you know. Like, I have confidence, like I trust the people that I'm in the group with. I know, like, everybody I know, you know. So I trust the teachers as well. I trust the environment,
Okay.
The methodology as well. So now I feel comfortable, like, to be myself, to bring up like things that are really hard to deal with. So I think it's like, like building like together. It's really hard, like, to be vulnerable, like, without like the environment to be like safe.
Yeah, 100%. And then what's the purpose of doing this? Like, is this so you need to basically test yourself as the patient so then you can implement it on other people?
Yeah, yes, but not like this. It's the way that we only can have like fully like in not fully, but like we can be real with another person and like feel empathy and be there, to listen and to listen when we have been through like our problems, right, and our pain. So it's kind of that's the way, like to see, like, to be a human as well, ourselves, to when we were like there, in a section doing therapy with other people, we can relate in a empathy love way.
Yeah, 100%. It makes sense. I remember before you said, though, that you said to me before that like a therapist's purpose is to kind of be a filter for the person, gives you a certain amount of information and then you filter it out and then you kind of feed back in all of the knowledge from what you've studied, right?
Yes.
Like a prism, right? Like they come in and then you're in the center and then it goes back out. You know what I'm saying? Like as in you're the point between them and the analysis. Do you know? Like you're a filter. You try not to kind of absorb the emotions of the person. You try and let it come through you and wash back out of you.
Yeah.
And so like, but do you ever feel like you're bringing yourself, like when you're talking to somebody and they're going through something, do you feel like you bring stuff from your own experiences? Like the more vulnerable you can be, do you think it helps, or do you think you try and shut that off when you're actually treating someone?
Oh no, like I try to be as myself like as possible, right?
Yeah.
But I don't bring up like my life,
Yeah.
So I try to be as real as I can, to relate, like, and to be there, like fully there,
Yeah.
But I don't bring up my life.
Not bring
So
up, but do you use your own experiences to relate and to, do you kind of stay or do you go full doctor mode? Like, do you feel like are you feeling, are you?
yeah, I don't bring up, like, I don't compare like with the situations that I have been through. No, I just listen, just really listen and see like what's the person like it's bringing to me, like the pain or the happiness or whatever feeling it is. I just try to be as more like aware of their energy towards me.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, 100% makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I suppose I'm just curious as to what like this, well, like when you're doing the body therapy and you're all like a bunch of people who are going to be therapists, right? Like psychologists, and like exposing yourself to each other and being vulnerable to each other, like this often, right? Because how often do you have to share with each other?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, it's quite like excavating. Like you're bringing a lot of you to the practice. Like I'm curious as to why. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that? What am I doing this?
Oh, I wonder.
What's happening in my life?
But you know what I mean? Like it sounds like it's a lot of therapy for the therapist in college, right? It's a lot of the person, each individual going through like an excavation of themselves. And like just
Yeah.
like I think it's perfect. I think it's brilliant, but I suppose I want to understand why more.
Yeah, so let's say that you have been through something, right?
Yeah.
Um, I just feel like making a joke now, but
I felt like making a joke there too, but I was like, no, fucking stay real. Come on.
yeah. So now, like, I think like we have,
Yeah, we're chilling.
to like, okay. What I'm supposed to do with this energy that's coming from me? Oh yeah. Okay, so first of all, okay, so we start talking, and before like we say hi and stuff, and then like we're about to talk about our hair, right?
Yeah.
And then we
yeah. You think the hair?
about, like,
I know. See, my hair was wet today, and now it's drying, and she's getting frisky. Like, I feel like now she's drying. Like there's a certain point of it being wet where you're like, perfect. Like this is the perfect consistency, and then it starts to just get a little bit frizzier. So I might have to put it up during.
Oh, your hair looks amazing.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
You're really well.
Yeah, I feel like this was always supposed to be the way my hair was. Same with you, though.
Mother knows everything.
Same with you, though. Yeah. And for the listeners, me and Mariana both got the Brazilian blow dry treatment, which I do. I used to tell everybody to get it, and now I feel so guilty. I used to literally like
change my mind, guys. Don't do it.
Honest to God, I'm like, how many people out there are trying to grow out? But we both got it again around the same time in the storehouse. Someone else. It's quite common in Brazil, right? It's not common in Ireland, but it's like the strong shit that's kind of illegal, I think, here. Like, I don't think you can actually bring it. The substance that they use, it's really unhealthy for your lungs. But anyway, we put it in her hair, and it kept her hair straight for like ever. It feels like.
It's too long.
Too long. So we both had really, really straight hair, and I had blonde through my hair too. And then you started growing out yours first.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know that you had this curly hair. It's crazy, huh?
I didn't know.
I know, it's crazy.
Like, I knew, like, deep there somewhere.
In my soul.
So I felt like a curly girl.
Who was a curly girl? But honest to God, same. Like, even now, it's like, even looking at my tattoos, I'm like, these tattoos go so much better with curly hair. Like, it's if, it's like the hair was what was missing. Even some of my outfits, I'm like, this is a curly girl outfit.
No, because you're being yourself now. Yeah. Like, I think now we're kind of like,
I know.
We can.
Well, I have this idea. Let me know if you think it's crazy, because I think it might be so ridiculous. But I want to do a full episode. I think I told you, on hair. And I want to go through like me from when I had my own hair naturally when I was younger, and then like put up pictures and like kind of, almost do like a slideshow kind of description of like, not what I was going through emotionally, but kind of like, the different points of my hair, because the amount of changes, like I used to have dead straight blonde hair, like dyed blonde hair.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think for me, I want to do it anyway because I'm so curious, and I want to see I want to be able to look back, because there was a time when I had my hair dyed brown over the blonde, and I used to curl it. And so I was at that point probably close to happiness. And I just fell off the edge again. But it's crazy, isn't it? Like, now I don't do anything. I just now I put in conditioner now, though, leave-in conditioner now.
Yeah, but like...
Yeah, I still don't love a lot of product, though. I still don't want to be using lots of product in my hair,
Yeah, but that's not loads. Like, look what you have been using, and now you just use like one. It's not even that bad.
Yeah, but
I mean, like I'm beginning because I do the same, so I don't think it's that bad, so.
It's not that bad, but I definitely would like to get it to a point of more natural products. Like, I don't really like all these science words on my head, I'm like, surely I could use like a lemon or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, lemon is good for cleaning your hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemon and like baking soda. But yeah, I don't think they create them now. Yeah, they have them, yeah.
Yeah, they like egg. They say like egg is really nice.
And vinegar, but it smells.
Yeah, but they smell like, I don't know how nice they can be.
I think I'm going to wait, because this is the Brazilian blow dry. Oh, wait. Yeah. See this fucking dead hair. But I don't want to cut it now.
Yeah, I know.
And you used to say to me, Mariana used to say to me all the time, and I was like, okay, here we go. Like every day when we lived together, she'd be like, and this hair, like, and now I'd be like, yeah, because it is so annoying because it's all texture here, and then it's just fucking straight arse down here like a rat's tail. I know yours is all gone.
Yeah.
Yours is gone though.
Yeah, all gone. All. And my hair is getting so long now. Like, look at this.
It's amazing. Do you get a cut?
Yeah. No, I have to. I think I'm going to do like next month.
So what do you put in yours? Just leave-in conditioner?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how often do you wash it?
Yeah, like really depends on my routine, right? But every 3 days, I would say.
Well, you wash it every 3 days.
Mm.
Yeah, see, I think I'm going to cut back on washing it as well. I want to wash it less and then use, I don't know, more. Because I met a girl with curly hair. Remember I told you I stopped some girl on the bus and asked her what she did with her hair. Yeah, I just tapped her and she was not happy. She was like, I'm just off a flight. And I was like, well, what do you do with your hair though? She was like, I just...
That's what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll be 1 minute, but come on, like be a sister. And she was like, no, I wash it once a week, but I put conditioner in every day.
Okay.
Yeah, because it keeps the softness and it stops this like dry. Because shampoo basically strips the oil from your hair.
Yeah. Shampoo, yeah, it's not really nice.
No.
But okay, so she does like with the dry hair and put like conditioner.
No, she wets her hair every day and puts conditioner through every day.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, which I like because I like when my hair is wet. Like I'll wet my hair. I spray the front of my hair every day with a bottle to get it curly.
Yeah, follow this spray thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite fun, you know. It feels like it's just amazing because like it looks so dead, and then you just spray it with water, and then it just comes back to life. It's like a plant or something. It is. It really makes me happy though because I'm like, oh, if I feel so groggy, I'll just like spray my fringe, and then I'm like, bad. Yeah, honestly, it's crazy. It's crazy what hair can do, isn't it?
Imagine we're at the pub and then we start like just spraying our.
No, honestly, I'm like, but it makes me feel so low maintenance because I'm like, okay, no matter what, I don't need to worry about my hair. Like I can always just tie it up and then just go into a bathroom and wet it, and I know it's just going to be good. You know what I mean? Like I love the low maintenance of it because yeah, I just cannot deal with.
But I don't know. Like for me, like curly hair, it's a lot of job.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah, for me it is.
No, but I think you probably think about it more than I do.
Yeah, maybe, but like it's not that much. But like comparing with the straight hair that I had before,
I don't know because I remember you used to have your straight hair and you would tie it up and take it down and tie it up and then pull it. Like it was a lot of up and down.
I wasn't being myself. I was like, oh, something is wrong.
Exactly. You know, and I feel like, yeah, this is harder it's extra prep time, but then it's like it's like you look in the mirror and you're like, oh yeah, perfect. Like this is who I am, you know?
Yeah.
It's more
I feel more
That's what I mean. I feel more just like relaxed now that I'm like, oh yeah, this is my hair. I know what to do with this hair. Because I straightened my hair for the first time. It's a lot of hair talk. I straightened my hair for the first But honestly, not a lot else is going on. But I straightened my hair for the first time in ages because I wanted to see. I was thinking maybe I was going to cut it, but I bitched out. But I felt weird. Like I felt weird with straight hair. Isn't that crazy? Like I would look in the mirror and I was like, you're an imposter. Like, you know, you're a curly girl.
Curly girl, you know.
You're a curly girl.
Yeah, like ever since I let my curly hair, like, you know, my hair like grew naturally. I never like straightened my hair before. Like then.
You never blow dry because you used to spend a lot of time blow drying it.
See, wasting my life.
Like it took you like 30 minutes to blow dry when you had long hair.
I mean, like sometimes, yeah. Because to be fair, like the weather, like when is that wet weather, you know?
Yeah, more effort.
Yeah. It's really hard, like have like a good hair.
But it's crazy, isn't it? Like I really do feel like people look the best when they have the hair that was meant, like, that's on their head. That obviously it's on their head, but like, as in when they have, when they like, I think just let it happen and then work with what you have, rather than like try and throw things onto it. Because I feel like everybody's trying to like, well, I was trying to particularly manage it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Like we can, like, we could talk about, like, you know, like the, like, standards of like beauty and like all these things, you know, because like when I was like a teenager, like curly hair wasn't like really a thing, you know, so straight hair was a thing, so I didn't even know how to treat my curly hair,
Yeah,
you
that's so
know, but
true.
it's
Yeah.
like just a mess because I didn't know, so I had to have a straight hair, you know.
Yeah.
So now, thank God, like more curly hairs like is coming, you know. So it's becoming a thing.
I think, to be
Yeah.
honest, I think every whatever is unique to you is the thing. Like, just being yourself might be the thing now as well. People aren't like, there's so many people, there's so many influencers and stuff. It's not as much like one celebrity that everybody's following.
Yeah. So true. Thank God, because
I know, but I also think it's probably our age, right? We've just aged out of trends. We just don't care about trends anymore. Oh, do you like my cardigan? By the way, I thrifted it in Paris.
yeah, amazing, beautiful. I have been like all your clothes, amazing.
Oh,
You dress
thank you.
so well.
Oh,
Yes.
thank
I mean,
you.
like before as well, you know, but now like a different style is still really good.
Yeah, I
Like,
think, to be honest, I probably have a little bit more money to spend on clothes now because I'm not drinking as much. But I also just discovered that the shape of the clothes that I should wear, like for us, remember we got the Dickies trousers, the
yeah,
Dickie,
yeah.
yeah, that, like that around that time when I realized that like skinny jeans make me look so long. You know, like around that time, I was like, oh, it's like figuring out your proportions. You know, that your
Yeah.
body looks good in. Because then I think once you've, now I have 7 pairs of the same shape trouser in different colors. You know what I mean? But it's the same
Yeah.
shape.
Just came like a cartoon to my mind, you know,
Yeah,
like the cartoon.
yeah. But that's kind of
All
the
the time.
vibe. Yeah, it's kind of the vibe. I'm like, navy today, brown today, cream today. Ooh, like, and then I just put matching. Yeah, so the trousers, I think, changed everything. But also, again, I think it's the more you know yourself, the more you know what you like, and the more comfortable you are wearing it. But that might just be age.
I think comes with the age as
I think
well.
comes with age. I think
Come,
you realize that, like, it doesn't matter what anyone else is wearing.
yeah.
Yeah, because some of the shit I wear now, I would never have worn when I was 25-ish, even 20. Like, yeah, I would have just felt
Uh,
like weird.
I think if I was more like into like in myself, you know, I would like do like the clothes that I'm doing today. Yeah.
What do you mean more in yourself?
If I trust more myself, you know, if I wasn't like really like concerned
Yeah, exactly.
without.
Yeah, like you're just more likely to take risks and then just be like, oh, I like this. I like how I feel in this, you know? Yeah. But
I mean, like,
I also
mm,
do think that secondhand shops just have cool stuff now. So it's like hard not to look cool when you shop in secondhand shops.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wore like this last week. I wore like the jacket that I bought on Scotland. Our trip to Scotland. Remember, we went to a vintage
Oh,
shop.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 'cause Scotland was cold. I don't remember what it looked like though.
It's it is like a purple jacket.
Oh, I do remember.
Like, do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I do remember. Because we wore those jackets for the whole 3 days. It was such a fun trip.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
I have been thinking about Emily this last week.
Aw, I hope she's not listening, but if she does listen, we love you. She's too cool. She's probably just out like skateboarding right now. Yeah.
Yeah. She's so
I know I miss Emily. I miss that lifestyle. That's what I mean. Like that, like it was like college. It was like we all went on holidays together. Do you know what I mean? It was strange for like different groups within the same like work. Like it was just weird how we all used to just spend that much time together, I think, you know.
a lot of young people working together, you know.
All of the same age females. In
Yeah,
There
so
was like
it's
10
kind of
of
like,
us.
you know, the
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, same stages of
You're like
life.
really curious about like, you know, I mean, like we're working in like a pub in the middle of Temple Bar,
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it was like,
Yeah, it was so
I like.
hard.
I mean, sometimes, sometimes it wasn't really like.
It was so funny. It was so funny. I was such a psycho in there.
Kicking people like in the legs, Yeah.
Oh God. But still, again, it feels like we went through something. I feel like we're all trauma bonded, like, like it was just so intense that you wouldn't get. Yeah, it was just so fun. I miss all the girls so much. Do you think you'll ever live in Europe again?
I hope so. Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't think in 10 years. Maybe after.
you don't think in the next 10 years?
Yeah.
And do you think about the future in other ways?
I try to not think about this far in the future right now, because my life is like so changing so much, So it's kind of like you're requiring. It's kind of like I need to be in the present and making plans for like 3 years time, 5 years time max.
Yeah, I
If
kind of right
think,
now mentally, because like again, like this is crazy that I'm like doing a podcast, obviously, and it's crazy. Like, all this shit is so crazy. I'm the same. I'm like, okay, I can't. Like, I have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen now.
so
No
do you think
idea.
about like yourself in
I think
10
I know I want to, I suppose because of Ava, certain elements with Ava, I think about the future a lot. So I've already picked the school that she's going to go to. So that's like until the age of 12, she's going to be in a school close. So like obviously, I think once you have a kid, you're forced to think in a more settled way, But career-wise, no, same. I'm open. I'm just going to let the universe do whatever the fuck it wants to do. And I'm just going to follow the signs. But no, yeah, I think I'll always live in Ireland for at least 6 months out of the year. It's the way if you live 6 months, you pay taxes there. And then if you live 6 months and one day in a country, that's where you pay your taxes.
If you live 6 months in a year.
Yeah, exactly. 6 months of the year. Yeah. Like, so if I only stay in Ireland for 5 of the months, then taxes becomes a whole different thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'll always want to pay my taxes in Ireland just because I feel like that's my country is.
That's so since I know you, you always like this loyal, to the tax in Ireland. That's so funny.
I'm so loyal to Ireland. I feel like it's such a good country. So I don't want to be, because I feel like so many Irish successful people, and I do think I'll be successful, but I think so many people leave. Like, it's a country that everybody leaves, It's like we have a real emigration problem. It's really sad. So like I'm like, well, our country's not going to get better if all the fucking like talented, doctors leave, everybody leaves, So I'm like, no, let's fucking stay here and then we can put our taxes into our own country, I don't live in fucking London. The Queen doesn't need.
So where do you wanna live?
In Ireland.
No, I mean, like you saying that you were like 6 months you can stay in Ireland, like to pay the taxes, but then the other 6 months.
See, this is where I think. This is where I fantasize. This I don't plan, but I fantasize. Like I would want to do. Like I was in Paris, and I was like, okay, I'm going to come to Paris for 6 months and write. And obviously it's going to be hard. I thought it was going to be harder with Ava, but it's only 2.5 hours over to Paris. You know what I mean? Like it's really not that far. So I think I'll just live in different parts of Europe and then like do a ski season and like always just go after experiences and culture instead of like, because I don't think she needs to be in education that much. I really don't. Like, I don't care. Like when she's 13 or 14, I'm like, yeah, like we can just pay for a tutor. Like come with me, come to work, and she can just travel with me for work. And then obviously it depends if I am shooting movies, like I want to shoot movies in some impoverished countries more than anything, I want to shoot movies in some, like I want to tell stories. It depends. I think my stories, I suppose, will probably take me to particular countries. I see myself in Israel for some reason at some point.
Yeah.
You went to Israel.
Like, it's amazing.
You went just
like,
before it got like scary.
Yeah, I think I went 1 year before.
Crazy.
Like the war.
Crazy.
Yeah. It was amazing. You love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Like the vibe, you know, so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's what I feel.
And
So
they love Brazilians there. I don't know you're not Brazilian, but like I just felt so nice to be there, you know?
oh.
Yeah. So it
What
was
about
really
you?
good.
Where else do you see yourself being?
Hmm. So I like traveling, right? And yeah, I kind of see myself, I don't see myself like settling like for a long time in a place, you know? I see myself traveling. So I want to spend like 3 months in a place and then go to another place, you know?
Yeah.
So I would say like Nepal or like India for
Yeah.
like 3 months. And I have another place that I want to go. And like Africa. I don't know, I just want to travel, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I want to work while I travel too, though. I don't love, like, when I went to Paris and we did like sightseeing, I was like, it just bores me. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't need to see buildings. I would rather like have lunch beside the building, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I don't really love to sightsee. Like, I would rather just be in the country and like find cool things that are specifically about that country rather than go to like the tourist places. Some tourist things are obvious that you have to do, you know, like some natural, like waterfall or like, you know, a volcano or something like this. I'm like, okay, yeah, of course. But to go and see like a government building or something, I'm like, that's so boring for me. So,
Yeah.
but I think to work in a place and to live, like that's what I mean. 3 months sounds way more appetizing to me in a place because you actually get to experience the place. Whereas for me, I don't like doing
Yeah,
this like day somewhere else, do all the sites, leave. I'm like, oh
that's that's too much, and like
no.
you get nothing from it.
But
You
no,
just
some
like
people do. Some people love to tick things off their list really fast. Like that's some people are like they just want to fucking go and.
going there is checking the list, isn't it?
I think so. Like, you know, people are like, oh, I got pictures there. And like for me, I'm like, I don't get a single picture ever because I just forget to. I genuinely forget to. And also I'm like, I already have too like what am I gonna do with this? I suppose social media is a big thing, but I just don't have that same I just don't have the desire to be like to see something because it's famous.
Yeah, same vibe.
Yeah.
Like some things, yes, I do
Some
have the
things, yeah.
desire, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I like 3 months as well because I like to leave the place, you
Exactly.
know, and get to know the places that like just the locals know, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
and I don't know. I want to like feel part of the place and
Exactly.
feel the
Yeah.
vibe and
Yeah,
live
feel
there
that
and
exactly.
like move, do something else. And like after a while doing this, and then like okay, like where now I want to settle. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Italy. That's the place I want to go. Like to Italy as
Yeah.
well. You know, just travel like around there. You know, like for I wouldn't say like 3 months in Italy, but like I would say like a month in Italy.
No, but again, my mom is buying a once. Well, she's not got it figured out yet, but she's buying a place in Italy, so we can go there. Yeah, so that's going to be easy. Yeah, Italy is one of the best countries in the world. I think. Like I think
Okay.
everybody just loves it. You know, their way
Yeah.
of life, so relaxed. The food, the architecture, and like they weren't like I felt so guilty in Paris. I went like on this cycle tour. There's so much money there.
When
Just last
did you go
weekend.
to?
Just I came back on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not like just some like talking about a trip 2 years ago. No, I just went. That's why it's fresh in my head. That's why I've just bought this. Is my first time wearing
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Now everything says.
But that's what I
Girl.
mean. I went on this tour. I went on this sightseeing tour for 3 hours on a
But
bike. No, I went with my cousin. It was her 30th. Anya, happy birthday, bitch. Um, it was her 30th. So it was like 4 or 5 of her home friends, 4 or 5 of her camp friends. She does this American camp. So 4 or 5 are camp friends, and then me and her. So it was quite nice though, because it meant that I could like slip off and do my own thing for a little while, because she was like taken care of by, you know, she had lots of friends to hang around with. So it was quite nice. So again, yeah. So on the Saturday morning, got up and did a bike tour for 3 hours, cycled around to all the sites. And I don't know, some people love history, you know, but I'm just not a history person. So they're like, guess what year this was built? And I'm like, don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care, you know, whereas I'm watching like an old man, like, you know, talking to his wife, and I find that so much more interesting. How, you know what I mean? I find the people a lot more interesting. And then on the second day, I went, and then on the afternoon or the next day, I went to the Picasso Museum. That's something I can always do in a country. Go to the museums. I think the art museums. But then I just walked around, and like as I was just walking, I found like these little art galleries, and like going in and looking at the art galleries, and then these little pop-up shops, and like just walking, you know. And you know the way with your phone as well. I felt like I kept like my desire to pick up my phone and like figure out where I was going, like kept coming back, you know. And then I was like, no, you're gonna walk. I looked at the map to see where like all the roads were pointing to this kind of circle, and I was like, okay, this like looks like a cool place. I'm gonna walk through there. And then as I was walking, I just found this giant market full of secondhand clothes, full of old shit, you know, like I love old musty shit. And then just walked through there, and it was just, you know, I just feel like that was just so much more fulfilling to me, just walking around doing almost nothing and probably buying clothes. Like that's the thing. I think I like shopping more than I should, you know.
I mean, like, not guilty. Like, that's okay.
I don't know. There's people that are dying, you know, and then I'm just out there like secondhand shopping.
That's the problem. Like,
I don't know. I just feel so privileged, I guess. And especially in Paris, it's so rich, you know, like there's so much richness. It's so wealthy in Paris, you know, like they're like New Yorkers. It's like Parisians, you know, there's like, it's just this kind of air of like, don't give a fuck. And I'm like, I do.
what's the accent for that?
No, you know, fuck off. They just don't care, you know. They're just like I'd bang into them and I'd be like, sorry. And they just give me a dirty look. Yeah, so mean. So mean.
I know this look because, like, I'm a Brazilian, you know, I live in Sao Paulo, so I give this look as well.
Yeah, why? Why not be like, it's okay if someone, like, fair enough.
I live here to say what's okay.
I know, that's what I mean. It's so hard to be Irish in other countries because we're so like, oh, you go first, you know, whereas they're like, fucking me. Like, they're just bulldozing, like, pushing and like,
war every day.
Like, I would just walk by someone and they'd be like, oh, and I'm like, oh my God, so me. Right.
Yeah. Like, yeah. It is really different, you know, but I'm not really like mean or angry, but I understand the feeling, you know, sometimes it's just annoyed. It's too much. Like a lot of people everywhere, like all the time. So it's just like,
Yeah.
again, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was same in New York, kind of, but again, it's just kind of scary, like, and it was some of the places it wasn't even that busy, like, you know, but there was just this one particular woman, and she looked at me, the way she looked at me, I was like, oh, like I felt pain, you know, I was like, ow, she was so angry at me. She was so cute as well. I just wanted to give her a hug. But yeah, I definitely, like, I don't know. Do you like city life, or would you rather be in the countryside?
Oh, countryside, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I think. Most people just shouldn't be in the city. Because I put my headphones on. I like a city. I actually really like a city. I like the busyness. It's quite stimulating. So I don't get too irritated. But again, I don't think I would want to live in a city and have to deal. Like, do you know if you have to commute every day in this busyness? Like in London when I go visit my brother, and I'm like, this is like, it's just so constricting. We're quite lucky with our jobs though. Like you can work wherever you want.
Yes. Thank God.
Thank God. How are you finding? So for those that are listening, Mariana has recently started to kind of add more and more clients to your agenda. How many have you got now? Let's talk about their traumas. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine they did that. Imagine they saw. It was so fucked up.
It's done for me.
So fucked up. But just how many?
I don't know. Like, let me see. I don't know how many, but I have been really proud of myself the way that I'm building my agenda.
Yeah.
So, like when you like, let's say in a storehouse, like we could have like the day off that we asked and like build like our routine, right?
Yeah.
So now like I'm doing that. So I'm getting like the days off that I know that how I feel like that I'm more relaxed, that I don't work that much. So see, like I'm doing like in the way that I don't feel like the heaviness of a job, So has been like I have been feeling like really light with my job, So I have been working, and I don't feel exhausted by the end of the week.
So what days do you pick to kind of be more heavy?
So I don't wanna say. Just kidding. But like I try to leave like half of my Monday like free, like for myself, the morning for myself.
Okay, so have a slow start to the week.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like to wake up with the pressure of the week,
No, and you don't want to be like not enjoying your Sunday either. It's like, let me do a little bit of work, you can, yeah, it's good.
So Monday, then the second part of the Monday, I'm just like working, but pretty light work, So I'm kind of like building my week, or getting things done that I didn't finish last week. This kind of job, responding to texts and all this. So and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm like
working
like sections, and then Friday is kind of like to close the week as well. So Friday I just give like to do like this type of work, just looking like moving the agenda, like the payments, like organizing myself. So that's how I do it.
Nice. Yeah, I think this suits your personality so much better, and it's the same with me. I don't like too much commitment. I had to breathe in there just at the thought of commitment. But like the idea, but like the idea of somebody saying to me like, I don't know, it just doesn't fit. And I feel like you're the same. Like that's why we stayed in the storehouse for so long. The flexibility, the constant ability to change, it was the perfect environment for my character. And I think the same with you, right? Like I don't like restriction. I don't like people, like I don't like that too much. Tell me more about college. I want to know more about college. So, body therapy, like, does it talk about where pain is held in the body? Do you think about where, like, does reflexology come into it at all? Like, is there certain, like, physical treatments for mental issues, or is it more mental issues causing body issues? No. That's not the sentence. But like, is it you guys talking about how you can treat mental health issues through the body, or is it more how mental health issues affect your body?
Yeah. So it's kind of like both ways, right? Both ways. It's kind of like you look at the body as like energy, right?
Yeah.
And
in college, that's the way they talk as well.
So I went to college, right? And I got the degree on psychology.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was like more like, let's say, traditional college.
Yeah.
Right. Now, like I finished that, I got my degree.
Yeah.
And now like I start like a new one.
Yeah.
So which is like to become a therapist, not a psychologist, to become a therapist.
What's the difference?
It's really much the degree, like what you studied there.
But are you not both then, because you have the psychology degree as well?
Yes, I will become both.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like people say like in like as like therapy, like therapists, they say they are psychologists, but I think like it is different. But like we mix up like all the terms, the names,
Yeah.
So, but what I'm saying is, so I did this psychology one, and now I'm doing the body therapy. So which is like specializing in the body, you know. So we look at the body as the flow of energy. Okay, so our like what we do, like our first goal, let's say like this, it's like to balance the flow of energy, you know, in the whole body. So as you said, like the pain that we go through like in our childhood and uh, life, it just become like, let's say, like stuck in parts of our body, right? And then our job is like to bring this energy into the back to the flow.
And so does the pain, do the blockages disrupt the flow?
Oh yes. So let's say like you're having, like, let's think about like something really light, right? So let's say you're having a tough week.
Yeah.
And then you notice like your shoulders, you always like this, you see?
Yeah.
So your body's responding to the pressure that you're living, right?
Yeah.
And this week. So you just become like this. Now imagine like a kid not working, but like growing in like a really hostile like environment, right?
Yeah.
This body is going to become really like how do you say this word?
Tense.
Tense. Yeah, it's become like really tense. So the pain that this child is feeling will have like in having like is going to have like a specific part of our body is going to be like more tense, you know. Maybe like they do like uh with the feet, or like they just hold the hand like this, or they just close the shoulders, you know. Different people, different responses, right? And so this body is going to grow like in this system, you know, like this system, like this tense system. And then we go through our lives, blah blah blah, and then we start like dealing with our problems, our like life experience, and like this, you see. And then it become like something chronic, right? So to not become something chronic, we look at the body and see what's this points, you know, of like tension of the body, and start working there, you know. And we understand this point. It has a lot of like emotional trauma, right? So why are you like that? Like, why are you dancing like that? What happened? Like, what do you like? What did you feel in that moment? Like back there, what was the feeling? So we kind of like bring the feeling from like the childhood, and like through experiencing the trauma again, and of course like in a safe environment, right? And in the person time as well, you know. Sometimes we want to grow, we want to become better, we want to be free of our pain, and we just force, you know. And that's not really healthy, you know, because then we're causing more trauma to ourselves, you know. Or we acting on the trauma, you know, we're kind of forcing, that's the trauma, you know, and we keep going.
Like trying to be stronger than the trauma, to trying to prove the trauma that like you don't need to face it.
Yeah, and that's the trauma, to be strong. Maybe that's the trauma, you know.
Yeah.
I always have to be strong. So why is that?
Yeah, so let me prove how strong I am. And even if my body shows me weakness, I'm going to prove how strong I am by pushing more and more. That's where injuries happen, right?
Yeah, so what do you hiding?
Yeah.
Why you have to be strong? And what happened to you? You like relax and being yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
And so like say for I have bad knees, right? And I thought it was gluten.
Why not?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. And so like what parts of it are emotional and what parts of it can be just physical? You know, like what if somebody is lifting a box that's too heavy and they do their back in? would you argue that there's a spiritual element to that? That there is like a traumatic element to that that's under the shadows? Or would you say that sometimes accidents happen? Because like I'll stub my toe. I've gotten so weird into spirituality. If I like bite my tongue, I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? You know, like I feel like the universe like
women bite my tongue.
yeah, but even I swear, or if I do something and I walked into the wall the other day, like just like, you know, I just turned too early. I walked into the wall of my kitchen.
Last week, I felt so stupid. It was so funny. I was walking through like the kitchen, right, and the door was closed, you know. So I went to open, but like I don't know what happened, but I didn't. So I kept walking. Just banged my head on the door.
Yeah.
Like,
what? Like I know how this is my house. I live here. Like I should know when to turn. But then I think, you know, the Sims where they just walk into the walls. Like that's what we're like. But then in my head, I kind of deconstruct the move. So then I'm like, oh, what was I thinking about? Because I was too consumed by thought to really be present in my physical body. Because if I'm present in my physical body, I won't hurt myself, you know, because I'll be very aware of myself. And so I deconstruct my accidents or deconstruct pain. And I do kind of try and bring it to my mental or to my emotional. Like if I'm in a bad mood, I'm more likely to accidentally hurt myself. Like that's just a fact, you know. If I'm in a bad mood, huh?
But it is a fact, right?
So like would you argue that the, like again, like if someone slipped and fell in work, right? Would you argue that there's an emotional undercurrent that drives these accidents?
Yes, for sure.
That's so exciting, isn't it? Why I get so jazzed up on that idea that like, because it means that, because as much as it's annoying, it means that we have so much more control, and that like through practice and through meditation and through self-awareness, we can limit the amount of physical pain that we endure, you know?
Yeah, I think it's not like control the world. The word is like more. We have power of our like in
Power,
like
yes,
in our
exactly.
lives.
Yeah, not control. Yeah.
Yeah,
We can make more choices. We can kind of like, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling negative, like take the time to process that before going outside, because you might slip and fall.
That's a lot. Think about that we create our life.
Yeah.
That's a lot. You know, that's a lot. So like,
wait, is that what you believe? Like, we're getting good now. We're getting juicy now. Is that what you believe? Woo, 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 woo. Is that what you believe?
Is that what you believe?
I think it's so weird. And a few minutes ago, we we're like, oh, yeah, I guess so. But do you believe that we create our own existence? Do you believe that we create our own lives?
I mean, no, not that we create our lives, right? But I would say like we have a power to create our uh, experiences in life. Yeah, but I think yes, but I think that's the thing, you know. So I think that's we're here to learn how to do that in a way, you know. So we arrive here really like immature, and that's the goal, you know. So we go through this life in the best scenario, learning how to become more mature. And the more mature, we have like more control because we have more self responsibility. So we have more, not control, but we have more power in our lives. Making sense?
Yeah, it makes 100% sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish more people taught this or believed it, you know? And then like from a spiritual aspect, like how much of it do you think the universe has the power?
Yeah, the universe has the power. But that's the thing. We are just part of the universe, aren't
We are the universe though, right? Expressing itself in human form. But then I refuse to believe that, because, not that I refuse to believe it, but I think it's like a very simplistic way of looking at the universe. Like we are the universe experiencing itself. So then I am you and you are me. And we are it. But then at the
I mean,
same time,
energy, yes.
energy wise, exactly. It's very simple.
Energy, Yeah.
Then I am this Christmas tree, like. That I am the Christmas tree, I am the table. Like, it's kind of like we are all everything.
Let me see, like, your Christmas tree. Ooh,
I know.
and it looks so nice.
I know, it's so cute here. I know.